Hey guys, this is Upesh from Beebom.com, and Motorola has been launching some good phones of late. The Edge 20 and Edge 20 Fusion that it recently launched are phones that I really liked, and now the company has launched this, the Motorola Edge 20 Pro. Now this is a high-end phone with some really good specs, and it obviously comes with this great stock Android experience. So is this the budget flagship you should be considering now? Well, let me tell you all about the Edge 20 Pro. So here's the Motorola Edge 20 Pro in my hand, and this is a phone that actually seems good all around. So I'm going to take things one by one. First of all, here's how it looks like. It has Gorilla Glass 5 on the front and the back, and I like how this phone looks. It's not too flashy, but it's not mundane too. It just looks good with the matte finish back that also has this cool pattern and effect when the light falls on it. Now, a phone is definitely premium when it has an aluminum frame, and the Edge 20 Pro has just that, an aluminum frame. Apart from that, there's a slight camera bump here in different steps kind of, which means you can't really place it on a table and use it because it will wobble. Anyway, I was actually surprised at how sleek and lightweight this phone is. I mean, most phones with 6.7-inch displays weigh north of 200 grams, and they're also thicker than 8.5 millimeters. Now, the Edge 20 Pro, on the other hand, is a phone that only weighs 190 grams and it's only 7.9 millimeters thick, so it's pretty good for a phone with this footprint. Anyway, other things to note in the design is that it's IP52 rated for splash resistance. The power button doubles as a fingerprint scanner. There's also a dedicated Google Assistant button on the left side. Apart from that, there's no micro SD slot and there's no headphone jack here. And as for the speakers, there's only one speaker at the bottom, so no stereo speakers. Coming to the display, which is actually pretty cool, it's AMOLED, FHD plus resolution. It has an insane 144Hz refresh rate with a touch sensitivity of up to 576Hz. It's also a 10-bit display with HDR10 plus support, DC-IP3 coverage, DC dimming support, and up to 1000 nits of max brightness. Now on paper, this sounds good, and well, this display actually looks good so far. It's a bright display. As you can see in the shot here, it's super responsive. And I've been using this phone with the display set to 144Hz, and the screen just seems very responsive, be it while scrolling or even when I'm just tapping or using the usual gestures. The display also looks great color-wise. It's AMOLED, so deep blacks and vibrant colors are here. And yeah, the display, as you can see, looks really good. Moving on to the hardware, where I feel the Motorola Edge 20 Pro kind of hits the sweet spot. So here are the specs. The phone has the powerful Snapdragon 870 with fast LPDDR5 RAM and also fast UFS 3.1 storage. Now I say sweet spot because I've seen a lot of people complain about heating issues on some phones with Snapdragon 888, and this is the same reason that Motorola gave me when I asked them why the Snapdragon 870 and not the 888 on the Edge 20 Pro. So yeah, the Snapdragon 870 kind of makes sense. See, as for the performance, it's too early to judge, but the Edge 20 Pro feels like a fast phone, if you know what I mean. Everything seems smooth and snappy. There's no lag anywhere so far. And gaming is also pretty great. I mean, there's the Snapdragon 870, so BGMI can run on Ultra HD graphics and smooth frame rates. And as you can see, it looks really good, and so far the gameplay has been really good. It's pretty awesome. Now, I'm fairly positive about the performance of this phone, but apart from the fact that this is a snappy phone, the software experience of Motorola phones is always like a breath of fresh air. Well, the phone has Android 11 on board, and Motorola has guaranteed the Android 12 and Android 13 update and 2 years of security patches. Now that apart, what I like is there's absolutely no bloatware, no weird recommendations or shady features, and even the features that Motorola has added to the stock Android experience are actually pretty useful. For example, there are many useful gestures, as you can see, and I like this gesture that lets you put apps into split screen like this, and I had no idea about this. I mean, this is something I can see people using. There are also different personalization options where you can style the colors, icons, etc. There's the Moto Peak display feature, game time, and there's the useful ready for feature. So for people who don't know, you can just connect your Edge 20 Pro or any other Edge device that is launched in India to your Miracast supported TV wirelessly or via HDMI to any TV to get the ready for desktop experience. Now, as you can see, you get this desktop experience with the whole UI and everything and all the apps. You can open apps here, multitask. Yeah, it's a good feature. In fact, you can even play games on the bigger TV screen via the game section. And that's not all, you can even take video calls with apps like Duo on the TV. So yeah, this is actually a useful feature. Now moving on to the cameras. Now cameras aren't always the highlight in Motorola phones, but the Edge 20 Pro is packed with camera features. First up, the specs are pretty good. A 108 megapixel main camera, a 16 megapixel ultra wide angle camera, and an 8 megapixel periscope telephoto lens with OIS capable of 5x optical zoom and 50x digital zoom. Now the telephoto lens is once again a very good addition in the H20 Pro because most phones in this whole sub 40k price segment skip the telephoto lens, and that's something I prefer instead of the useless 2 megapixel macro, 2 megapixel depth lenses. Anyway, coming to the camera experience, I've only used the phone for a couple of days and here are some shots I've taken. Now I haven't really compared things to other phones, but from the looks of it, so far the photos from the 108 megapixel sensor look really good. The few photos I've taken have very vibrant colors, the contrast is good, and so are the details. I mean, some of these photos are really good, right? And as you can see, the dynamic range is also fairly wide. Now in low light, the photos are bright and nice, and so far I'd say pretty good, especially because the night mode also works well. So yeah, that's good. Honestly, I would have liked the night mode to work with the ultra wide angle lens as well as the telephoto lens, but right now it's only sticking to the main camera. I also took some zoom shots because obviously there's a telephoto lens, and they are, as expected, pretty good. So here's a 1x zoom shot and a 5x zoom shot, and as you can see, the 5x zoom shot is really sharp and crisp. Yeah, that's what you get with optical zoom. I like it. I also took a 50x zoom shot, and this is obviously not as good as the optical zoom, but it's pretty good for 50x. Here's another example, and yeah, if you ask me, I'm a big advocate of telephoto lenses, so I like this. Now, apart from all of this, like I said, the H20 Pro has a lot of camera features. For example, there's audio zoom, where you just zoom in the video on the subject and the sound increases accordingly. There's also features like the multi-lens video support in 1080p, so you can switch between lenses like this. There are also other camera features like Pro Mode, Dual Capture, Spot Color, Portrait Video, etc. Lastly, there's the battery and connectivity. On the battery front, there's a decently sized 4500 mAh battery with 30-watt turbo power charger. As for the 5G bands, this is a phone that has a lot of 5G bands, 11 5G bands to be exact. So yeah, this is a proper 5G phone. Now coming to the pricing, the Motorola Edge 20 Pro has launched in India at Rs 36,999, and there are some good launch offers as well. Now I know in this whole price range there are phones that come with Snapdragon 888, but like I've always said, it's the experience that matters. And you know what? In the Motorola Edge 20 Pro, I think there's a good combo of specs and experience. See, the Snapdragon 870 is a powerful chipset, no doubts. The 144Hz AMOLED is as good as it gets in this price range. The cameras seem very capable. The phone has a premium design and solid build, and you get the nice and clean Motorola software experience. Look, I'll reserve my final verdict for later after I've used this and compare the H20 Pro to other phones. But you know what? From the looks of it, this actually looks like a solid smartphone for its price. Anyway, I want to know your thoughts on the new Motorola Edge 20 Pro. How does it compare to the competition? What do you guys think? Comment down below. Also, give this video a like, make sure to share it, and subscribe to our channel for more amazing tech videos. Well, that's me signing off. Thanks for watching, and I will see you in the next one.